Hi everyone, my name is Sireesha Jajala. I'm currently working as a senior transformation consultant with Tech Mahindra. My job involves taking care of transformation for managed service contracts for 3 different contracts for a large telecom customer in Europe. My overall experience, I've had around 10 years of industry experience, varying from product engineering, CRM consulting, delivery management and customer relationship management. I started my career with a startup company in Hyderabad, which was primarily into mobile computing, and from there I worked in healthcare domain with Wipro Technologies on a healthcare management system. Then I worked with IBM Global Services for a couple of years, working with their CRM team as a CRM consultant. And from last 5 years, I have been working with Tech Mahindra in telecom domain in various roles, starting from offshore development management and delivery management to the current role of transformation and continuous improvement as part of the senior consultant role that I play. My introduction to Six Sigma was way back when I was working with Wipro. Specific to DMA IC and DMA DV, I hope you guys are aware of the differences. There was a specific situation where when we started a project as a DMA IC project, and in the middle of it we had to reevaluate and understand whether a DMA DV was a better option for that scenario. The specific example was when we were trying to do first time right improvement initiative as part of transformation, specifically concentrating on what improvements can be done in the testing area. How does test team contribute towards the first time right delivery that goes into operations? When we started the initiative, our base process was defined in a way where the first time right was measured by the number of correct orders fulfilled and once it goes into operation. And we did the DMAIC. We started off doing the DMAIC project, and when we went into the measurement and analysis phase, we realized that the current definition, the process definition, did not extend itself across the product life cycle in a way which in which it could have been drilled down to testing specific improvements. So we stopped the project midway, and we then started a DMA DV project on it, and we had to redefine the first time right across the product life cycle for each of its product life cycle phases, and then drill it down to what would testing contribute towards the first time right and how it can deliver it. So that was a specific example where we started with a DMA IC project, and we ended up midway deciding that a DMA DV was a better fit. So in general, I think the thumb rule is you have a well-defined process, you apply DMAIC and try and look at improvements. If your process is non-existent, or if your process is in its current form and requires a major change, you apply a DMA DV, you go for a DMA DV project on the GE Medical Systems. We had an introductory course on Six Sigma, and I was too early in my career at that point where I did not really understand how I could apply it, because I had a very limited responsibility to contribute to improvements. And my passion for Six Sigma was reignited given the work I currently do in my role, which is about delivering improvement initiatives, managing change, ensuring there is business benefit for all the changes that we deliver. And this is when I realized that something that I learned as basics as an introductory course in Six Sigma a while back would help me here. And that is when I did my green belt a course from Benchmark a few months back, and I came back for a black belt because I know I can see where I'm going to apply and how I can use it on a day-to-day basis. So for all the Six Sigma enthusiasts who are listening to this video, go ahead, try and apply things, look at other videos on the website, join Benchmark. They'll give you good ideas on where to apply and how to apply and the applicability of things and what you can do with it. And all the very best with your future initiatives. Thank you. In terms of the tools and techniques that I've applied after I did my green belt, we looked at some of the tools and techniques that Six Sigma provides. We were already applying even before we started considering Six Sigma tools and techniques, like Pareto charts, which are pretty common in our day-to-day progress reports and daily reports. The tools specifically that I applied after I went back from my green belt were the FMEA control charts. We started using control charts in our projects to see where the deviations are, if there are any, if the process is under control or not in terms of the initiatives that we delivered. We also looked at process maturity part because when we started the contract, we very clearly knew what are the areas that we want to change and what are the big issues that we are facing and what we need to fix immediately. So that took us about 18 months of new initiatives, new processes, streamlining the operations. That took about 18 months of what we were doing. Now that we have delivered the initiatives, the big changes that we want to do, we are in a continuous improvement phase. And in the continuous improvement phase, what we now are looking at is how do we measure what we have delivered is performing well, where can further efficiency improvements can come from, and how do we continuously monitor and manage the benefit realization from the changes that we've delivered. And in that specific context, I think the process maturity, measuring the Six Sigma levels and trying to see where we want to improve in terms of targets going forward and where the betterment or efficiency improvements in the existing initiatives will come from is what I applied, and I applied after I did my green belt. And what I specifically picked up from my black belt training with Benchmark was and what I think is most useful for me to take back and apply it on day one when I get back to my project is the DOE, the design of experiments and analysis, as well as hypothesis testing. I think a very, very powerful tool, and it just makes the entire process of doing evaluation and understanding whether you're picking up the right right initiatives, whether you're looking at the right root cause analysis, whether the correlation exists or not, and whether you're addressing what is most critical. I think these two techniques is something that I would apply immediately on day one once I get back, because it provides you a statistically proven way, and it is data driven, and it is statistically accurate in terms of what you're picking. So it just gives you more confidence to initiate and implement the changes, as well as it helps you in buying in stakeholder buying, which can be very, very difficult if you're trying to manage a large scale change or trying to implement a large scale change across multiple teams and across multiple stakeholders. So two specific techniques I picked up and I would definitely apply for first day would be DOE analysis and hypothesis testing. In terms of message to the viewers, I expect most of the people who are looking at this video are interested in understanding what Six Sigma is and how it's being applied in various areas. My message would be about Six Sigma being a very generally applicable thing. It applies right from trying to improve the electricity bills and improving the cost of electricity bills that you currently pay at your home, to trying and improving operational efficiencies for an entire IT organization. So the applicability of Six Sigma is pretty much widespread in whatever area and whatever field you would like to pick up. And for those people who I was one of them when I initially started, when I went through the introductory course, and I could not understand where I would apply it and how it will implement, and what can I do learning these techniques, because I'm not working at a level where I'm tasked with doing improvements. My message would be to just start looking around, and if you are passionate about change and if you're passionate about doing and improving things around you, just pick up the Six Sigma techniques, look at online material, go get certified, or attend some trainings, because it does clarify the concepts, and it also gives you how other people have applied Six Sigma and gives you ideas on how you can deliver in your own project or your own organization.